In this very special episode, we get a chance to talk to Elizabeth Burke, a graduate from our Teacher Education Master's degree program. In this episode, Elizabeth goes into what it's like being a career changer and transitioning from being an accountant to becoming an educator. Elizabeth has been working in the DOE for over 8 years as a para and has a passion for education, especially a passion for working with kids with autism, as she has been a one-on-one para for a child with autism for over 4 years. Listen and learn as Elizabeth discusses how being a para to a child with autism has helped shape her to become a better educator today. Elizabeth, you can just start off by introducing yourself and just talking about your previous work experience, if you have been a career changer or were you in education all your life.
That's interesting because I am a former accountant, so I'm a career changer. And I've been working in the DOE for the past almost 7 years now. As a paraprofessional, I did a one-on-one with an autistic child for 4 years, and then I was lucky enough to get a position close to home, and by doing so I now work with pre-K students. So that was definitely a 360 from being in a more advanced environment or upper grades, first grade through fourth grade kind of thing. Very different. So it gave me a different perspective, and I enjoyed both. I enjoyed being a one-on-one para. I learned a lot from my student with autism and how he perceived learning, as well as now that I'm with the little ones and how they learn through interacting with play. So it's been quite interesting, which brought me to, you know what, I want to marry the two. I want to do special education and teach children birth through second grade. It's that nice sweet spot where it's like they are anxious to learn, they want to learn, and it's ideal time to help them grow a passion for learning and reading and being curious and creative. So it worked out well. I found out about your program specifically from a substitute teacher who came in during pre-K, and we started having a conversation because I said, I want to go back to school, but I'm a career changer. I have a Bachelor of Business and not liberal arts, and it's going to take longer. And she kind of encouraged me and made me aware of your program and said, no, they're really understanding. It's a great way to get your graduate degree and become a teacher and do what you want to do, which is teach. So I looked into the program, and it exactly was what she had said it would be.
I love that. So your first really introduction was being a parent, and that taste really wanted you to further
Yes.
your career in education to get that master's. That's beautiful. I really love that story. Is there anything that you would say to like a potential career changer that, like, let's say somebody's in engineering or psychology and has been battling with the idea of joining education? Is there anything, any motivational words or anything that you would tell them?
I would say it's never too late. It was always, for me, it was like, oh my goodness, my children are fully grown. They're off to college already. I felt an age factor in it. So don't prolong it. Just delve into it and do it, because you're never going to know whether you like it or you don't like it. Like, it's better to go with a willingness to try, because what's the alternative? All right, it's not for me, and you move on to something else. But if you don't give it an opportunity, you'll never know. So why have that regret? Just, if you have a passion for learning, if you have a passion to make a difference, I say do it. It doesn't matter what your age is. You're always learning. You want those that you teach to understand that we're always learning, and it's never too late to change your career or to follow a dream that you once had, because that's how life is. So I would definitely encourage them to pursue it. At least try it. If at the end of a year you realize, this isn't for me, then at least you can look back and say, I tried it. It wasn't for me, and I'll find another passion.
One more question. Well, I'm
Sure.
gonna let you pick one of the two. So
Okay.
either what's one of the funniest things? I know that you're actually one of the teachers that are in person in school. So, what is one of the funniest or most interesting things a student has said to you during working during the pandemic? Or what is one thing that you've learned about yourself while working during the pandemic? I know it's so different from working in person. So, whichever question you'd like to answer, I'm going to let you pick.
It's so funny because it's like they do say the funniest things. And I'm trying to think, what have they said? They always say that I'm funny. I try to, especially during the pandemic, I try to make coming to class fun. So I go out of my way to have little quips, or like, for instance, because I teach pre-K, some of them have a hard time going on the potty. So I make it a ride. I'm like, welcome to Disney Potty, and please watch your step when you come in. And they crack, they're like, you are too silly, Mrs. Burke. That's not a Disney Potty. You know what I'm saying? So I make them laugh so that going to the bathroom doesn't become a stressful type of experience for them, by making it associate with something that is pleasant, which is going to Disney and riding a ride. So
That's such an escape. I love that.
so yes, it's a little escapism from the whole COVID and stay 6 feet apart, you can't play with each other type of things. You have to incorporate a little laughter and humor into your day so that it's not so serious about like, oh, staying 6 feet apart, or COVID, can't touch each other, don't look at each other kind of thing. So
yes, definitely. I want to extend a very special thank you to Elizabeth Burke for this very, very amazing episode. And for more information on our podcast, please be sure to follow all of our social media platforms at Cite Programs. That's CITEPROGRAMS. Till next time.